marriage is a school where even the teacher can fail the exam is set for others. Unknown. I don't know who made that quotation, but I think that gentleman has done a lot to have studied marriage, because even if you are a counselor for marriage, you are not perfect. You can fail the exam of marriage equally. With that, I say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone and when I'm able to upload this video. The reason why I'm making this video is because of a gentleman called Steve Harvey. This is a man who have written books on dating, on relationship, on marriage. This is a man who has a program that purely talks about relationship, partnership. Remember the great Steve Harvey show? What is happening? We just heard that his marriage hit the rock. He is an expert in marriage, and yet his marriage has hit the rock. If gold rusts, what will iron do? This is a man who has a lot of experience. He counseled a lot of people, and we've been told that his marriage has hit the rock, have collapsed. So the only thing I have to say is, God, thank you for mine. Mine is alive today. It's not because I'm too good. Your marriage is alive today, probably not because you're too good, or probably not because your partner is too good. Same thing goes with me. Probably not because my partner is too good, but by the grace of God. Who would have thought? This is a man who is rich, he's intelligent, he's educated. He is a well-fashioned young man. Although people will say he's old, I think he's in his 60s. But if you want to know a lot about him, go watch his program. He seems to know everything about relationship. I said he wrote a book about, and in that book, he mentioned about the 90 days rule. That as a woman going out with a guy, you have to observe the 90 days rule. But you know the funny thing about his own case? His wife had an affair with his bodyguard. Somebody close to him. That is when it's painful. When your partner, your spouse, your wife did not even go far away. She messes around within your arm's length. Even if she has gone far away, it's still a big deal. It's still very bad. But imagine when your wife messes around with your close pal. And probably the question you will ask yourself is, how long has this thing been going on? How long have I been the fool? How long is it that I did not notice? You know, a typical case was Blessing CEO, who advised people, she counseled people on relationship, on marriages, and yet she's still single. That tells you that even the teacher will fail the exam of marriage. So if your marriage is still alive, it's not because you are too good. It's just the grace of God. And the only thing you can do is to help nourish that grace. How? Water that seed of love. Water that flower of marriage. Do everything possible to make sure that marriage, that seed, that flower does not lack nutrition. What are the nutritions of marriages? That is what we want to talk today. We agree that your marriage survive is the grace of God. But we also believe there's a secondary factors that can help. After God have given you the grace, after God has helped you, after God have helped both of you, you still need the secondary factors, which we are going to discuss now. First of all, maturity to handle situations. You have to be, as much as possible, be matured so that you're able to handle the situation. Sometimes you get a lot of crap, a lot of shit from your wife, or vice versa. Your ability to absorb, to take, we'll call it maturity. Or we can say you are psychologically matured. And another thing, once in a while, a lot of people might say, a man that does such a thing does not trust the wife, or women that does such a thing does not trust the husband. Once in a while, search for the unknown. Once in a while, search for the unknown. How do you search for the unknown? There could be a lot of ways for you to search for the unknown. Take it upon yourself that I just want to find what is not there. And you begin to search. Occasionally, without him knowing, you can go through his phone. Occasionally, pay him a surprise visit at work, but not frequently. If you do it frequently, it becomes a little bit, what do I call it? Repulsive. Occasionally, once in a while, you just call. I'm in front of your office. You can leave your car at the office. I want to pick you home, or I will leave my car at the office and both of us will go home. And when you give him surprise packages like that, he's careful that I cannot predict my wife. I don't trust this woman, or I don't trust this man. It could appear at any time. And that will also give him a little, a feeling that it's my wife checking me. And he will try as much as possible to check himself too, to make sure that he puts himself properly. And also, occasionally, surprise your spouse with love. Show love. Extremely love. If you know what he or she likes, occasionally, just go out, surprise him, and buy him. Occasionally, you can just come home and say, today we are going to eat out. I've already booked for a restaurant. And she will ask you, what's happening? What are you celebrating? Why do we have to eat out? You can just say, today I'm celebrating, or I appreciate your love, or I appreciate you standing by me. That way, you keep the fire burning. Because, like what we said, Steve Harvey was a man that every woman would love to be with. And I was looking at the bodyguard. The question I asked myself is, what must have made Steve Harvey's wife go after the bodyguard? I'm thinking, I can't find a genuine reason. Was it boredom? Was it that Steve Harvey was so involved in his career, in his work? I don't know. That's why we are making this video. Like what we said before, it's by the grace of God. Everything we're just saying now is secondary. The primary thing is that God is with the couple. God is with the marriage. God has said, yes, this marriage will survive. That's the primary thing. The others we're trying to name now is secondary. Just as we've mentioned before, the wife had an affair with the bodyguard. And now the wife is asking for half of his wealth. Half. So Steve Harvey is in a situation where I will call a lose-lose. Definitely, this relationship, the marriage will not be the same again. Even if they are able to sort themselves out. And two, the woman have the guts to ask for half of his wealth. You know, that's something that sometimes it's alarming. So the woman is like telling the world, my husband pushed me to it. That is what we implied by she coming out to say, I want half. My husband pushed me to it. Why? How would a husband push a woman? It's either because the man did not devote time to her, or the man did not think the woman would do such a thing. And because of that, he had so much trust on her. And he didn't do what we have mentioned before, occasional check, to see why is she at so place and at so time. Or why is she with so set of persons. Anyway, we sympathize with Steve Harvey. We don't really know what must have prompted the wife to do such a thing. But why we are making this video is because if you are watching me and your marriage is still kicking, your marriage is still alive, don't take the success of your marriage for granted. Nurture it. Occasionally, check. And then let it flower. And also talk about, appreciate the flowering. With that, we've come to the end of this section. Today's topic was, what do women want? Because Steve Harvey is a wonderful man. Like I said before, he's a man every woman will want to be with. But anyway, that's the way the cookies crumble. So if you are a woman out there, what do you think must have cost? Or what do you think is the reason women will leave a well-cultured man and then flirt with even somebody that is not even half the standard of the spouse or the husband? I don't know. I don't know why things like that happen. And that's why we're putting it up to you guys out there. You know, you guys have a way of educating me. So I want you, especially the women, educate me. Let me know. This is Ini TV. We are global and social commentator. So if it's the first time you're coming across this channel, we'll ask you to please like and comment. And also subscribe to this channel. After you subscribe, just press the notification bell button so that each time we upload video, it comes directly to you. And for our returning subscribers, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, we love you, but God love you most. And as it is the culture in this channel, we will catch you when we make the next video. Until then, we'll say chooks, adios, au revoir, ciao, hasta la vista. Thank you, bye-bye. God bless you.